Malcolm, give me the backstory on how the St. Paddy's Day parade came to be. What was in your mind? What was going on in your life at that time?
Well, I was just wrapping up a tenure at managing the old George Street grocery. I was doing a series of events. One of them was a St. Patrick's party at George Street, and it had been very successful. And I began to think, what if we could turn this party into a larger event and make it a parade? And I thought it might be nice to have a pub crawl. So I went to see Pat Bolton at CS's.
Yeah.
And I talked to Joey Mitchell, who owned George Street. And I said, I want to produce this event. And it's going to start at one of y'all's places and end at the other one. And how do y'all feel about it? And they were like, well, go ahead on. It sounds like fun.
Yeah. And the fact that there's so few actual Irish here, there's very few people to tell us that we're doing it wrong.
Right. The critics were all my friends. And they didn't know any better than I did. You know.
Was the decision to change the name from Mal's to Hal's, was that a long drawn out thing, thought process, or was it, hey, this is what I want to do? Or tell me a little about that.
My brother passed 6 years ago in March. He loved this parade. He wasn't in the first one. Hal and Mal's wasn't open when I started this. That didn't happen until 3 or 4 years later. But as soon as Hal could get here, he started participating in the parade, and he loved it. And so it was a no-brainer idea for me. Just months after he passed, I said, what is the biggest, most impactful thing that I can do for my brother right away that really will sort of cement his legacy? And I said, I'll rename the parade for Hal. And from that day forward, it was Hal's St. Paddy's Day Parade.
Great. I wanted to ask you, now that it's a week later than it normally has been, and so schools are back in, things like that, are you going to have any more bands in it this year? Any more participation?
Those units are one of the things that Mississippi excels in.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I mean, Mississippi is the birthplace of America's music, and that is both an African-American and a white tradition. And in schools, you see these amazing units come out of these schools that represent these communities.
Makes me wish I was 38 years younger and we could just do it all over again. Then again, I don't know.
I don't know. It sounds like a lot of work.
We'll just ride it out from here. We're looking forward to the parade this year. Thank you for letting us come by and chat with you.
Absolutely. It's a joy. Thanks for coming, and congratulations to all of your work. I appreciate it. Been following you a long time, too.
Thank you. That's where we leave that part out. The long time part. Top of the morning. It's coffee.